I'm a minute early. It's just because I got wires stretching and I want to make sure everything's working. So I'll wait a few minutes, so don't worry. Here we go. Find it on here. And we are outside today, y'all. So you're going to be hearing things. So say hi when you come on. I'm a little bit early. You go away. You go away. On your Facebook. Come on. Where's Facebook? Gotta find you on here. There you are. Live. We be live. One more time, click. Alright. Hey Charlotte, how are you? Alright, let's see if I can put this over this so it stops it from blowing and getting everything in there. So say hi when you're here. So I know it's early. I am outside in, it's a covered screened-in porch. So you're going to hear things. You're going to hear goers, golf carts, birds chirping and everything. But it's too hot to be outside. I'm at the beach. Hello. Can't be at the beach. You know how that goes. So I'm not going to see comments on here. This is my New Yorker on here. Because this doesn't like comments lately. So I'll try to pick up on your comments here. So, how is everybody? But this is really clear. Oops. Wait, hold on. Camera is rocking. Hold on. Okay. It stopped. Okay, so let me explain how this is set up. I have an extension cord that's only about like this long here, which plugs into my iPad, and I have it just reaching to my phone, and I have you over there. I tried to put it on the table, but if I would be banging on this glass table, everything would be banging. So I chose to put you guys over there. So I know you're not going to see much of me, as I can see right now, because it switched. So hold on. Let me get you so you can see my head. Hopefully that will be better. Stop rocking. Let's see if that's better. Hey Neil. No. Hey Peggy. How are you guys? Is that a little bit better? Yeah, we got my head. You don't really need to see me. Alright, so we're going to get this guy going. Did you see my little caption, bugs on the beads? So bugs, Bugs Bunny. So bugs meaning bee. Bee's my bug. So we're going to be doing this guy today. Alright. So just a simple little sign with the bee on it. Nothing fancy. I've already put the cable ties on the back, and I used about half of the Chanel stem. I'm going to see how that works, because this is going to be one of those pancake roots again. And we're going to see how that works with that. Hey, sure. You could be anywhere you want. This is my workhouse, and I can be as loud as I want. Alright, so Dollar Tree wreath. You can get it from Michael's or wherever you want to, okay? We have 6 pipe cleaners on the outside on the brace. And then in between, we have the other one. Now, if you notice on this, you can see how the pipe cleaner is more up towards this side rather than this side. When we do like the mesh wreaths, we always put it more down, or if not centered to down, so that you can see it from the side. But since it's going to only be 4.5 inches, 4.5 inches wide, we want to see everything from the top, because it's the whole idea is to be flat, not so poofy this way. So keep that in mind. Alright, so I have these ones already pulled out so that it makes it easier for me. Where's my stuff? And I've already pre-cut everything, and I did all this before I left on vacation so I can bring it down so the less I have to bring with me. All right, so these are cut at 20 inches long. This is a poly mesh. It's more plasticky than like the deco mesh, you know, is a little bit more rough. This is a lot softer. So we're going to just ruffle these as tight as we can on this. Let's put this out here. Ugh, look, glasses in the face. Ugh. Hey Kay, how are you? Good morning. Everybody went to the beach, so I'm doing this really quick. Although my son-in-law is in the house and he's going to go shopping. He says, I said, well, I'm going live at 9:15. So you better not be slamming the doors. Which of course he will. He'll be coming out, I'm sure. Yep, because his car's still here. Alright, and I just like to tuck that last little piece in. Whoops. See, I'm paying attention about him shutting the doors, and I didn't do this right. Really tight, really tight. I got that last piece folded under. Bingo. We're going to do the outside of this first. Bow tie. Put it down. And again, these are more facing inward than they are on the outside of this. Keep that in mind. Alright. And we're just going to fluff this out like this. Any of the little thingamajigs, we'll go ahead and cut those later, but some of them do bug me, and I'll cut them now. And we'll just make this as flat as can be. Alright? Just bring it around and flatten it out. We don't want poofiness, we want flatness. I'm used to, it's weird being here because everything's in a different space. Where's my, oh, I just put my scissors up. Let me use this, so I'll keep my scissors here. So how is everybody today? We found a great white shark's tooth on the beach yesterday. This little girl, she was 10, she actually found it right where we were fishing. We were catching these fish, and my son-in-law could go fishing last night for shark. And it literally is about 2 inches long. It was insane. It was just laying on the beach. And my son-in-law says, I've been doing this for how many mornings, days, all these years, and I've never found one. But she found one. Alright, so we're going to go to the next one. So there's only six ties on the outside, 6 ties on the inside, so a total of 12. I don't want to see these long ones. Good morning, Teresa. How are you? It is a bright morning here. Yesterday it rained just a little bit, and then it stopped. But it didn't stop us. We came back from the beach, hung around here for a little bit, went to the pool, the water park. You know, kids keep you busy. So that's what we did. And then we went to the other grandmother. She's at the next campground over. Hung out with them for a while. My one granddaughter did the hula hoop contest. She came in 4th. So she did really well. Cassidy pooped out. So that's the way it goes. Ugh. But vacations always go so quick. My husband said we need like 2 weeks. I was like, yeah, 2 weeks would be nice. Alright. So there we go. And see, if they start pooping up like this, just kind of reverse it. You know, try to push it up the other way. So see how that one flattened out? Because remember, we don't want these being poofy. We want them to be flat. Flat. Hello, Miss Kim. My friend from down south down there. How are you, my dear? Long time no see. Although I do see a lot of your pictures. So y'all, if you like to get more alerts when I go live, type the word alert or live alert down below. Rosie, my robot, will send you a message. And type back to her. It'll be in your personal message, the word alert, and she will send you a message every time we go live. Or, as well, I say do both, because if one fails, you know how electrical things and Facebook can be, go ahead and type anywhere on the page, and the notification will come up. And make sure you're, hit that so you can get notified too. Jan, it is a little peaceful. There are no kids here right now. They're all down at the beach. My one son-in-law's in here, but everybody took off for the beach, and I said, let me do this, because I know my phone's going to ring, and it's going to be my son telling me something with the remodeling, like last time happened. So we're going to try to do this as quick and as painless as possible this week, so that I don't have to worry about him interrupting on the phone calls. Although I should have told him, just text, I'll see the text. Good morning, Cheryl. Hey, Carolynne, how are you? Morning, everybody. I know it's early, and I've been doing the early ones since I'm down here, because it's just easier, because at nighttime, with everybody being in the house, it gets kind of crazy. And never get anything done. I have scissors for everything. But yes, I don't know how long this thing is, like 25 feet long, I don't know. And it's a screened-in porch all on that side. So there's a nice breeze coming through. And of course, hair, who cares about hair? Who cares, right? Alright, so again, we're scrunching this really tight. Scratch all the way up. So this is just a standard ruffle, but the only difference is that we're making it as tight as can be. And I like to cuff the edges under on the beginning and at the end. There we go. And really, again, pull it tight, because we want it to, again, to lay as flat as can be. Now when I do mine, everybody does it a little bit different. Oh, my pullover. This is actually a shirt, my bathing suit's underneath. And what I do is I look, and this is just a me thing, when I do, I usually go around one side, so this one lays on top, right? When I come to because I just finished. So this was the first one I did, so see, this one lays on top, this side lays underneath, this lays on top, so it looks like that all the way around. Just FYI. Oops. What are we hooked on? What is this? It's like a, I don't know, fishing string. It's not really. Alright. Lays on top. There we go. All these little strings flying everywhere. So that's our first layer. So now what we're going to do, hey Jan, yes, thank you for blessing. Yeah, when you guys bless it, and when sharing my page, write the word bless or spread the love. Don't write the word share. That's Facebook. Send all kinds of little emojis. So we're going to use this green one today for the base, along with this, because I wanted to bring a little green in bugs. When they fly, the bees, they're on the leaves, so they gotta have a little pop of color. So it's not all, the black, white, and yellow. So brought in a little color, so they're going to go on top of each other. All right, and I am going to put the polka dot on top. One, because it's smaller, but two, it's the way I want to do it. So we're going to do the outside edge first. So we fold it in half. Wait, did you bring your supplies with you, or find excuses to shop for you at the beach? Jan, I did bring my supplies with me. I pre-planned this because I was like, I didn't want to be away from you guys for a week. So you guys got kind of bonuses today, because you got us doing the little cup thing this week. You got the live from when I did the beach wreath, and then when the shopping excursion twice in one day on that one. I didn't think I did anything yesterday. And then, of course, this one today. So what I did, I bent these down. These are cut at 12 inches. Now, some people like to cut them a little bit longer because they want them to stick out a little bit longer, and you can do that. It is your choice, okay? So I know I'm not going to put anything else in this, so I'm going to twist this all the way up. Not all the way. but up enough. Let me get my little tails going here. And what I'm going to do is cut this off. I don't know, I guess I leave it about an inch, give or take. And I'm going to take that part and I'm just going to bend it and tuck it up underneath the ribbon. Now if you want to add any little balls or anything to it, you know, if you want to add deco tubing, you can. I'm not adding anything extra on this. I see comments here and different comments coming up here. Ooh. So it's funny, Jan, your comment I saw over here before here. Good Lord have mercy. All right, so we're just going to fan these down so that they face more in a V fashion facing down, because we're going to put another layer on top of here and we don't want it to be hidden our tails. All right. Hello, Miss Sally. How are you today? How's your husband doing? I know he's doing well because you're right there with him, my girl. So that's what it looks like. Oops. That's what the first tail looks like right there. There are two computers and it's always a delay. So see? Now you can do the mesh. The deco mesh is only 10 inches. And you can do it, you know, any color you want, depending on what you want your design to look like. Yes, I am. I am on vacation. But you know, can't leave you guys. Some people have people fill in for them or something. I like being with you guys, so I figured I'd do something with y'all. Alright. There's all kinds of things going by outside. Ooh. Can't stop Mother Nature. Alright, again, I cut it about an inch. You can go a little smaller because all you're doing is just wrapping it around behind the ribbon. And it just gives it a little finish. Okay, that's good, Sally. As long as he's moving forward, that's all you care about. Forward is good. Forward is always a positive. So there's two of them in there. It looks cute. Cutie. Good morning, Cindy from Florida. I'm close to you. I'm in South Carolina. Only one more state, and then I'd be in your state. Where are you in Florida, Cindy? Some of you know my dad lives down in Florida. He lives over in Port St. Lucie area. I'm going to crunch that one up, figure it off. He'll be, I know I talk a lot about his age. He's 98 and a half. In October, he'll be 99. Yeah, you know, it's funny you say that, Cindy. I do like making it. It was, for me, since I'm on vacation here, to bring a lot of stuff, you know, to do a wreath, it's going to be too much. So this was something I could pre-cut, have ready. Not that I couldn't do that with any of the other stuff, but it was a little bit simpler for me. And I looked around here to, you know, now I'm at a campground just to see what, you know, wreaths and everything. And a lot of people have all the beach stuff, needless to say. Panama City. Cool. Hey, Sandra from Indy. And I haven't seen any wreaths. Now, it could be salt air or something, but I saw a flip-flop wreath. I did see that. And they had it on a piece of wood, and they must have nailed the flip-flops around because they had just two colors, like pink and teal, I think it was. And they had that like in a stake in the ground. But I don't know how, you know, people would at a campground, you know, set up booths somewhere and maybe sell some. That would be something I have to ask about. Oh, Sally, I'll tell you what. I saw it when we were going to dinner, the pottery, old time pottery, and Oh, Renee, the mesh it's 10-inch mesh, and I cut them 20 inches long. The tails are cut 12 inches long. Some people like to do this layer of the tails a little bit better because we're going to be putting another layer of mesh on top, and they want it to stick out more. So I've always done the 12 inches. I haven't done anything longer than that. My shopping spree the other day, that was hysterical because I walked in and I went, oh my God. Like I was like flower heaven, and I spent a lot of money. Let's just say that. And I have it laying all in the back of my car. So as soon as I finish this, I have this big bag on the floor. I'm going to take a bunch of stuff out and put it in there because I know my husband is going to say, what? I'll be like, wait. I've been practicing with the bow maker. I won from you. Oh, yay, Cindy. So 2 of the wreaths with the bows I made. See, good job. I didn't bring mine today, so I'm going to be hand making them because I forgot my bow dabber or my easy bow. I usually travel with the bow dabber because it's just easier. I can make the bows with both. Hey, Katie, how are you? Pleasant music for a long time. My brother-in-law was a police chief. My nephew is still there. Cool, Sally. Cool. Katie, I love the pictures of you with your family the other day. That was so cool. Hey, Miss Janet. How are you? All right. Janet, I would mail your stuff from here, but I don't know where the post office is, and I have to buy a box and everything. And I think I have boxes and stuff at home that I can ship your stuff through, so it would probably be just easier for me to do it that way. Just to FYI. I really like this with the green. I did a B one, and I didn't use this green ribbon. I used the natural ribbon with, I think, with the dots, and I liked it. And I thought, yeah, I want to do the green. Bring in the leaf color texture, you know, from the bees landing on the flowers and all. Ooh, I'm on a glass table, I think smacks down. Cold, damn it. Cool beans. I should do a live and show you everything I bought. Oh my God. I think my husband would have a cow. But I had fun. And the gentleman was so nice. So I didn't have to pay taxes because I had my tax exempt, you know, from Virginia. And I wasn't sure if he would honor it down here. But he did. And I filled out, God knows, 4 forms down here. And, which was fine. And he was like, well, when are you going to be back? He goes to me, when are you going to be back again? I said, well, not till next year. And he goes, oh, because, you know, all our Christmas stuff is coming in, like, I think he said next month or August. Hey, Renee. Yes. Yes, Janet, this is that pancake method. And I was like, bummer. So I do want to go back before I leave because there was a bin. And the bin's literally was almost, not, it can't be 6 feet, maybe like 5 feet or so. 4 feet wide by square, and it's only really half full. And they did have some Christmas ribbon, I'm sure, which was last year's leftovers or whatever. And I do want to go back to see if there's anything in there that I really have to have. You know how that is. We have to have it. Hey, Renee, just when you get the alert in your personal message, go ahead and type the word alert back to Rosie in there too when you get it, okay? It kind of seals the deal, my friend. And hit anywhere on the screen here and the notification button will come up. And make sure you do it that way in case Rosie, my robot, is out for lunch. She's not doing her job, you know. Alright, so that's how it looks. And look how flat that is. That is, I mean, each digit in your finger, I don't know. That's maybe 2 inches, if that, right now, on the thickness of this. See how thin? Now it looks see-through right now. You can see all the way through in here, but we're going to be adding another layer. We're going to be adding another layer. That's my New Yorker. A layer. So again, it's only 12 ties on this whole thing, 6 on the outside, 6 on the inside. The ones on the inside are put in between. So if this is the outside, which I put the 6 on the braces, the ones on the inside fit in between the braces. So see, it's in between. Okay? So we're going to do this again. You look so relaxed, like your shopping trip. My daughter and I go shopping too. Oh, cool, Loretta. I am a little relaxed. I still have been stressed because my son is, doing stuff at the house for us to remodel. And of course, there's always issues, and I have to work around with my phone with me. And I just told him last night, I said, I just want 5 days. Can you just handle it for 5 days? But it's not his fault. It's, the stupid contractor. So, do you sell online so you can see the Christmas stuff? Sally, what Christmas stuff? I have Christmas wreaths. I'm not a supplier if that's what you're asking. Thanks, Katie. Is that what you're asking, Sally? If I sell stuff online? Like a supplier? What I did yesterday, some of you that I know, there were 2 ladies who wound up asking me to pick up some stuff for them when I was at the pottery last night. Yes, the other day, which I did. So I am not charging them anything extra than what it costs, and they will pay for shipping. So whatever the shipping cost is, which I don't know. So yeah, I think the Pottery Barn is online. Somebody said it was, but I don't know for a fact. Because, again, that was my first time being there. So I don't know. Hello. Alright. So now we're doing the one that's in between. Remember I said we had one in between? So these are the 2 bottom ones down here. So in between where the ruffles are is where the next tie is. Okay, Sally. Cool beans. If I go back, I'll do a live, and it's just going to be the Christmas, the Christmas ribbon. I say that, but you know me, I'd be out there like scoping everything else out. It's just, it's a big store. It's kind of like set up like a warehouse, and it was just, I had just never been, and I would have stayed longer with you guys on the phone, but my phone was dying. I put the battery extra mode on it, but it still died. It was like, we're dying now, and I went, okay, I gotta go. No, oh, did you say, no, that was not my hubby, that was my son-in-law. Hubby and my daughters are all down at the beach. He's going to Walmart. I don't know what he's going to Walmart for. We have so much food in here. It's like, I mean, last night I did tacos for everybody, and I always cook in quantity. So when you have, how many adults are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adults, and the guys eat a lot. And then we had the fish that from when we went fishing the other day, we had that fish too, so we cooked that up. So we had fish tacos and regular tacos. Okay, so this is to give you an idea. And again, this isn't about taking the ribbon and curling it like that. We want everything to stay flat, okay? Because again, this is going to be flat up against the door, and if you curl this... Hi, I'm on a live. No, you didn't see. That's my granddaughter, one of them. So you see that sometimes some people want these to be a little bit longer because they want it to stick out a little bit longer. But
So, Nonna,
what? Oh, you're going to the store?
No,
He just left.
And where's my dad going?
He went to the store, sweetie.
Huh?
He went to the store.
What store?
I don't know. That's the 4-year-old. The one who's like a sponge. She has, she'll be down at the beach and she'll go, I want to go home. and she'll just want to come back up here. She's like, I'm done, you know. So again, tie these and scrunch them as tight as you can. And I usually just go about 1.5 around. Now usually when we do the other mesh, we're usually kind of going around twisting a little bit more, and you're getting more poofy this way. We don't want it to be that way, so we're only doing like 1.5 basically on the ties. Okay, I know I missed. Tell them I said hi. Got it. I know I missed some. Good morning, Janice. Whoops. Thanks, Sally. I think I missed some comments here. Is that your hubby? No. Okay, I got it. I didn't. I got sidetracked with the munchkin. I will. Good morning, Janice. Yeah, she's a little pistol. Hey, Melissa. How are you? So just to let everybody know, I've been on Facebook. Not really. Just doing my lives. I really haven't been around, you know, because I was like, you know, you're on vacation. And I was like, I just need to tune out. You know, it's only for a little bit of time. It's not like I'm going away forever. But sometimes you just need to take a break. And like I said, with everything going around at the house, I was just like, we had planned this vacation like 6-7 months ago, and didn't plan on the remodeling going on this long. Oh my God, that's all I have to say. Well, Melissa, I was sleeping at 3 a.m. I can't do much down here. And usually, you know, the kids go to bed, we all stay up. My one son-in-law goes deep sea fishing, or beach fishing, whatever you want to call it. And the rest of us watching TV, chilling, hanging out. And then we all go to bed and get up all, let's see, I think everybody was up like at 6 or so this morning. And it's mostly the little one gets up the earliest. You know, sometimes she's up at 5. And I'm like, oh, not getting up. Not getting up that early. Not me. Okay. So that's that. So we got, what, 2 more? I know I miss everybody. Thank you for blessing my page, Katie and Melissa. I do miss everybody. I know I haven't been watching like anybody's lives really. I haven't even been doing my business coach. They thought you were my husband before, but they all say to say hi to you.
Hi, Facebook.
He said hi, Facebook. I do miss everybody, and I feel like I'm going to be out of the loop until I get back in my little home, and which is coming to an end soon. I always hate that. It's like, I think it took us, what, 6-7 hours to drive down here, which is a long drive, you know, and we did good. We only hit one place. Ooh, I got a big screen there. One place along the way there was a car accident back up in Virginia, but it wasn't too bad. I think it set us back about 20 minutes, but we were able to make up that time. I kept telling my husband, let me drive. Let me drive. Do it, Kel. Good morning, Regina. How are you, my friend? That will be me for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. I would love to take a vacation in 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. I don't think I've ever taken a vacation for 2 weeks. It's always been like a week. Where's my thing? Okay. So now when you're putting this one on top, make sure the ones that are underneath, they're laying flat. You know, you don't want it to be curled up or anything. You want it to be flat underneath, so make sure, you know, that is when you put your other one on top, okay? You see? Doing well. We're doing well. What do we have? One more left? Yay! You know, Melissa, when we lived in Alaska, we went camping like all the time. We had one of these big Ford Econoline vans, you know, with all these things in it. And we had a pop-up trailer, and we used to take the kids, and we would have a big blow-up raft, like 4-man raft, and we would go drive up. Some of the other ladies wouldn't go drifting down the river. You know, in Alaska, you never know what you're going to see along the river. And we would go drifting down and, you know, have a few beers. And you would put the beers, just hang them in a net thing off the boat because the water was so cold, it kept them cold. And it was nice. And we just drift down. And, you know, kind of like a lazy river. You hit a little bit of rapids, but nothing big or crazy. I'm doing fine, Regina. I am in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So, yeah, let me review the mesh. So, again, on here, we have just a Dollar Tree frame. You can get it from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, just a simple, more of a flat frame. We have 12 ties. There's 6 on the outside, 6 on the inside. So, the ones on the outside, I have it tied on the bar. The one on the inside is tied in the middle. So, it's like you go stagger, okay? The mesh is 10 inches long, and I cut it at 20 inches long. Alright, we do the bottom row on the outside first, and we put our tails in there first, because since this overlaps, you can do however you want. It is your choice. This is just one way. I did it the other way where I put all the mesh on and then the tails too. But it's your choice how you want to do it. Yep, you're right, Katie. Tails are 12 inches long. Some people like to make these tails on the bottom a little bit longer because they want them to show out, or stick out a little bit more. It is just a choice factor what you want to do. I'm going to try it one time doing it with, probably, I'll try like 13 inches and see if I like 13 inches better than 12 inches, you know. It is your choice. So now we're going to put this one on top. We're going to do these. 4 hours. Regina, where are you? Thank you for blessing. Yes, Jen. Where are you, since you know the campgrounds? Are you close by? Hey, Debbie. So, Janet, you like 8 inches to do these? Or 8 on these? So, again, I just take them, I fold them in half, pinch them down, and I'm putting them down like this because this is laying flat. We're not poofing these babies up. And I'm just putting it inside. Patricia, I'm at Virginia Beach on vacation watching you. Oh my gosh, I love Virginia and came south. Oh, cool. Tennessee, okay, so not that far. Well, no, Tennessee is closer to, oh yeah, I guess. It's west. So you can do 8 inches if you want. I don't know how much the tails stick out, Janet. Yes, it does. I've not used the fabric mesh. This is, most of the mesh I use is a poly mesh, deco mesh. This is like a plastic, more poly, you know. I'm in it. When I did the beach one the other day, that was a jute mixed with poly, and that one looks really nice too. So, I don't think there's any mesh that may not work. But you have to find what works for you. I mean, what's it doing? Go by Charlotte, and my son is conceived. Oh my gosh. Yeah, usually we stay at Lakewood campgrounds, and we couldn't get any place this year, so we're at here, and we kind of like it better. My other daughter's mother-in-law stays at Lakewood, and what? Spell check, they stick out. Yes, they would. If you do it shorter, they only stick out a little then, Janet. That is true. No, Debbie, I am on vacation. I'm in Myrtle Beach. I'm about 8 hours away from home. How does that make that 1, 2? 2 states? 3 would make mine. Away. If you come through Georgia the next day, you will be in Tennessee. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, we used to live in Georgia. We used to live in Florida, Louisiana, Virginia, Illinois. New York, Alaska. Hope I'm getting all the states I used to live in. That's because of being in the military. No, this isn't a fabric mesh. No. Knoxville, Tennessee. We've driven a lot through a lot of those states y'all are mentioning, Tennessee, Kentucky, and everything, because, like, where were we? Louisiana. I flew back up to New York, and then my father-in-law, my husband drove from New York up to Alaska, and our kids were little at that time. And I flew clear from Newark, New Jersey. He had to drive me down to Newark, flew clear across the state, laid over, and then went up to Alaska with 3 toddlers. I think my son was like maybe 15 months old, and the girls were like 3. Crazy. I know where Jacksonville is. My father's in Port St. Lucie. I live in a town called Springfield, Virginia. Up, if you think of Washington, D.C., kind of southwest of Washington, D.C., about half an hour from there is where I live. And we've been there. It's only supposed to be 2 years. We've been there. Actually, next month will be 23 years. Dun, dun, dun. So, hey. I told you guys are going to hear all kinds of things outside here. Mother Nature and all kinds of things. So again, I'm cutting the pipe cleaner down, and I'm just folding it underneath the ribbon, just so it's out of everybody's way. And it just gives it a clean, finish. You can do it where you wind it down, in little balls if you want to do that. It's however you want to do it. However. Try it. Have fun. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If anybody that's new, type the word alert down below, or live alert, and Rosie will send you a personal message in her messenger box, and type the word alert back to her as well. So that way you can get notifications. Hey, I'm doing one, Melissa. Why not? It's been raining a lot of these past few days this week. Regina, do a craft. Sit out in the rain and do a craft. Alberton, Virginia, close to Bristol. So they're a little bit more west of me. I don't know where Alberton is. I know where Bristol is, but that's more west of me. I think they're, I don't even know how far away. I can't even tell you, because I don't go that way so much. I only go out that way when I'm driving to my other granddaughter's house, my other daughter and granddaughter's house, who haven't arrived back yet, but I'm sure they'll be coming back. Alright, so we're bending them down because we want these to stay down. This isn't a poofy wreath. Remember that. This is to lay flat. Oh, have you, Regina? I apologize. I have not been on anybody's lives or anything, to pop in and say hi. And, I apologize for that. I was just zoning out, trying to just take a break from everything. Sometimes you just need a vacation. But I'm still doing some lives. Because I didn't want to leave you. So I think this is the 3rd live this week. Ooh. I know tomorrow night I won't be because we're going to the Pirates dinner. Yeah, I go down to 81 to go to Virginia Tech. Oops. My daughter lives down by Virginia Tech, so I go that way. That's what I said, it's west of me. I usually stop. There's an antique place there. What is it? Venom? I think it's called. And I love that place. I spend hours in that place. So if you guys look back, I did, earlier this year, I did a ladder with a flag on it. And I was telling you guys, I got it at an antique place. That's where I bought it from. the ladder. And it's the tobacco stakes. That's why people are like, well, if I was selling it, you know, and stuff. And I was like, no, I'm not selling this one. Oh, I love vertebrae sticking into about 50. Think of what you infant. Oh, there you go, Patricia. Tuesday, and a floating teacup flower. I've seen the floating teacups, and I think that's so cool. It took me a while to figure out how they were doing it. I live technically in Springfield, Virginia County, but right now I'm on vacation down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Alright, so we got the base of it all done. As many times as we always go around and want our ribbons to be whatever. Now remember, these are flat. The ribbons, they're not curled, they're flat, which is hard to do because we always want to keep it goofy. So that's what the base is going to look like. I went to Virginia Tech. Oh! And lived in Radford. Where she did. My son went to Radford, and I had one that went to Virginia Tech as well. Here, we no need to. Oh, thank you, Sally. Hey, Penny. So now it's like, where do I want to put the sign? Do I want to put it in the middle? Do I want to put it down below? The bow, I can make whatever. And this is what the bow is going to be made out of. I decided bees like flowers. And since I got the tan in here in this ribbon, I'm going to bring the tan in there. Got to have some stripes. More stripes, and I'll just put a little doohickey of this up. Very small, very simple bow. It's not going to be elaborate because again, we want this to be flat. We don't want to add so much bulk to it. And I think I've done it with sometimes just 3 ribbons. You could do them all, 1.5 inch ribbons. You don't have to do a 2.5 inch ribbon. It's all what you want to do. All right. So let's decide. I don't know. I think I want to put this in the middle for some reason. What do you guys think? In the middle? I think in the middle. Because the other one I did the other day, we kind of did it off to the side. I think I want to put this one in the middle. I'm going to swear in the middle, and I think I'm going to put a bow right up here. Or I could do 2 bows. Or I could do, if I put it on an angle, bow. See, now I'm adding so much. This is a simple wreath. 1 bow. 1 bow, Carolynne. 1 bow. So what I've already done, I've taken my pipe cleaners and I twisted 2 of these together. This is what I'll use to hang this with. So I want to find one with the brace because it's just easier. And your wreath won't slide around. Let me get it in there. But you can do it however you want. There's your wreath. And then all I'm going to do is I just cross them and I did it. Now I leave a big loop. If they want to make it smaller, the person, whoever purchases this, they can. I knew somebody was going to ask me that. P.S. It's like pizza with the AZZ. I don't know if they're doing any more signs. Check Craft Outlet. Craft Outlet may have it. I bought this probably 6-7 months ago. Go ahead, Jen. You're cool. Don't worry about it. I want to say that. I know I bought signs off of the P-I-Z-Z-A-Z and but I've noticed, a lot of people I send them, they're like they can't find them. So some companies will have signs or not. But I really don't. Well, you know what? Let me take it back. Go to Craft Outlet. Go to Craft Outlet. I want to say I got it there. Okay, so these little cable ties, I buy them in bulk, and Amazon has them. There's ones with the, they're a peel and stick, so the ones that have the green to peel off are better for the outside as compared to the peel off part that's white. I also use Rapid Fuse. I put a dab of that on there to really make sure it stays on there. And these are only about an inch. You can find them at Home Depot. Some people have said they find them at Walmart, you know, Lowe's has them. But every time I go, they're always out. So I just order like a bulk package, you know, from Amazon to last me a while. And I cut these about half the size this time. Last time I used the whole pipe cleaner, and this time I'm using about a half a pipe cleaner. Might be a little bit more. All right, so now where did I put my tie? All right, so this is my top up here. So this is where my son's going to go, and we're going to go right through the mesh. Now the other thing is too, make sure your tails are where they're going to be, because you don't want them to be caught up underneath the side and then be all squished. So we're going right through the mesh. We are going through the mesh. There's one, and I'm just going to wrap it around this just so I hold it down there for right now. Do this one. We'll see where we are with the sign. Wrap that around just to hold it. Dun, 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 dun. No problem, Katie. No problem. If you want to know let's see. I got it from all over. Where's the green one? So, this one I got from Deco Exchange. The little B one, these are both from Deco Exchange. This one came from Christina's Creations, but I think Deco Exchange also has that too. She had it live, and I was buying a bunch of ribbon. These two came from Wreaths by Mary. But you know, again, buy it from who? How much do I sell this? Probably the same that I had my other one on. Yeah. What did I have? The beach one I did the other day. I think I had it for, was it 65 or 70? Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Oops, come here. 65. I will list this one. I listed the beach wreath. The only reason why I didn't have a picture of the beach wreath, because I don't have a door hanger. But then I did find one late last night, but I couldn't go around the house and start taking pictures of finding the right door to everybody's bedroom to take a picture with. Alright, so let me see how centered that is. You can bring your ruffles on top. Where's my ruffle? This one. If you want to do that, make sure your tails are out. Maybe I'll leave that tucked under. We'll see, because the bow's going to go up top here. Let's see what the bow does. These are all my tails, so they're all out right now. Alright, so I just want them all out. So I think that's going to be good where it goes. Let me just tighten them up. Before we go. Now you can do this with 2 pipe cleaners and twist tie it, which is what I did on the other one I did the other day. And I thought, well, this is a thinner sign, so I didn't need as much, you know, twist tie on it, and I just wrap it around. And you can cut it after a period of time, you know, if you have really long ones. sometimes I'll push down on the screen a little bit just to make sure that it is tight. You know, we're not going to shake or anything because I'll do the shake. Hey Sandra, how are you? We're making a pancake bee wreath today. So welcome, welcome. Sometimes my little fat fingers can't fit in there. Ugh. I know, I saw you at the pool. You sent pictures, some pictures. I was like, what? You all have a fun time, Katie. It's all about pool. Summertime, it's all about pool. Oh, my volume's off. Alright. Oops. Alright. That made it even more flat, which is fine. Alright. So let's get our bow going. So we're going to slide this baby over here. This is a simple bow. It's going to be a Lisa bow. If I put it down at the bottom, maybe I would have done like a terry bow on it. But I'm just going to do a Lisa bow. Now I know you guys are going to ask me the length of the ribbon on this. And I'm going to have to say, oops. I'm going to game, it's probably going to be close to about maybe 6 inches wide, give or take. But since I don't have anything to measure it down here, I gotta wing it. I gotta wing it, y'all. Alright, so we'll dovetail the beginning. Alright. And my tail is not going to be any longer than what my loop is. So the length of your finger from here to here, each digit is, you know, 3 inches. So if you really bring your finger here, it would be 6 inches. So if you don't have anything, this is one way I do it, and I'll measure 6 inches if I want to do it that way, and that's about a 6-inch tail. I could do the same thing on here, take this down, that's 6 inches, fold it in half, that's halfway up, and that would be about a 6-inch loop. So these are just some little tricks of the trade of things I learned. Now, if I think that's going to be too big, maybe just a little bit smaller. So that makes it about, well, it's still about 6 inches, 3, 4, maybe about 5 inches, give or take 5.5 inches. Alright, so I'm pinching it together. This does have a right and a wrong side. Now you can do the bottoms up and continue. Because I'm doing a Lisa bow, I just look at where I keep my tails like that, and I'll just bring the other one over, just like that, and then scrunch it in the middle. I'm not doing any of the bottoms up kind of thing. And I'll make sure, that's kind of short, that my tails are about the same length, or not my tails, my loops. And then I'll bring the other one up and over. And then this one I will twist, whoops, because I want my tails both facing on the same way. So what I have here is 2 arms or 2 legs, well, I have it upside down. There's the 2 legs and you have 2 arms, okay? Now because we're doing it this way, I'm going to keep the brown pipe cleaner in there. I'm going to twist this to the top the way I want it to face to the top. And I'm just going to give it 1 twist because I don't have a fluff box or anything with me, and I'm going to be adding more ribbon to it, okay? So it's not tightly wound in there because I'm going to add more. So that's what you get, 2 legs, 2 hands, and a head. Hello Cecilia, how are you? And that's going to be the one part. The pin is bent big time. See if I can unbend this without it breaking. Make it a little bit straighter. Sometimes you put these pins in and they just don't want to go. That works. Alright, so we're going to do black next. Give a little, hey Sandra, how are you, my friend? So we're going to do the black one next. The black little zigzaggy chevron, zigzaggy, whatchamacallit, doohickey. And we're going to make this one a little bit smaller, needless to say. So you kind of figure out about, and what you're going to do, this one, when the bow is on it, you don't want it to be extending the length of the ribbon past your loop, because then you're not going to see the loop down below. So this will be a smaller one. I usually wind up making my tails here a little bit longer, and when I put it all together, then I usually go ahead and cut it. So if it's your first time watching, you type the word alert down below, and Rosie, my robot, will send you a message. And this one, see, oh, why am I doing that? The bow's not attached. I'm just going to take it a little bit smaller than what I have underneath. Okay? Again, we're only using 4 bows or ribbons. We don't need a lot, because this is supposed to be flat. Oh, cool, Carol. Yeah, just make sure you tell when you get the message from Rosie that you type the word alert back to her, okay? Yay, like having some newbies. And go ahead, hit anywhere on the page, and that notification button comes up. Hit on that too, because if Rosie is the slacker, we should get it that way as well. Cool, Cecilia. Alright, so this last one I will twist out, so see both my tails will be facing out. And again, just cut that. And because I have my twist tie on top, now I know it's really hard for you guys to see a lot of this, because this is sitting on a tackle box with the game box, my little stand with the cord that's really stretched because there's only one outlet over here. Alright. So we'll go ahead, we're going to open this up, and then we're not going to put all the legs down here, we're going to flip it. Okay? So it's opposite. So we have the arms here, and now we're going to have the legs here, and the arms are going to be up here on this side. Okay? You guys see that? Here's the legs here, but now we have the arms and the head here, and if we flipped it around, it was the opposite on this side. Alright, so that's the beginning of our bow. Hello, Miss Connie. How are you? Okay, in the box. Next we're going to do, oopsie. I put this on here because I keep all the mesh and stuff from going in my computer thing there. Alright, so now we do some yellow. We've got to bring some yellow in there. Hey, my GF, Miss Connie. Ugh. I've been AWOL. I've been AWOL, y'all. AWOL. Alright, so we're just going to make this one just a little bit smaller, and if you're not sure, just take your bow and hold it up and figure out where you want to go. So see, that brings out more of the bead colors there. And we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing. We're going to bring it around. Make sure my loops are the same size. You just bring them up to test them out to see those are good. I don't know why it doesn't look good, but I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Here we go. And bring this one back around. No, I'm not. I'm still gone. I'm still gone, Connie. Oh, other birds? I hear some cricket things now. What they are. We have, oh my God. There was, I swear to God, we call them down in Louisiana pine roaches. The thing was like this big. And the other night, and all the kids were sleeping, and my one daughter was sleeping. And, wait a minute. Hold on, let me get this. Which way do I got to do this one? Twisted it the wrong way. There we go. And my husband went to get up out of the couch, and I look, and I see one of those bugs crawling along the wall on top of the ceiling. I am not a bug person, y'all. And I just like, you know, a lot of scream came out of me. And I'm opening up the tie again, doing it the opposite way again. And my son-in-law took out a knife and was trying to stab it. And I was like, really? That's a point. It's just a little point. That thing is like huge. You need like get it with the shoe or something. And of course he wouldn't listen to me. And so then the thing crawled across. He tried it again, and then it fell. So here's my husband, my 2 son-in-laws, and my 1 daughter. They have their phone lights on, looking all along the floor, and it was right by the door for me to go, you know, where I sleep. And I was like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not sleeping till you guys find it. I don't care if you have to move every single dresser and things in that room. I am not going to sleep knowing that little creature's rolling around. Well, they're like, well, where'd it go? Where'd it go? All of a sudden, it falls off my son-in-law's. It was on his neck. He went like this, and it falls off. I had a blanket on. It starts crawling to me underneath the couch. I just let out this holler, and I'm trying to get up off the couch as quick as I can, which I couldn't. I'm grabbing my son-in-law's shorts to pull me. I get up, and I try to run across the room, tripped over the tackle boxes that my other son-in-law had, and fell into that couch. I was hysterical laughing. Hysterical. And they're like, what? So they had to move the couch. They couldn't find it. Flipped the couch, and they found it, and he killed it. And I'm still over there like peeing in my pants, laughing so loud. And they're like, what is wrong with you? I said, I don't like bugs. Not me. Hey, Cecilia, down at the beach we go, and I'll be posting some pictures. They would have the pelicans fly by, and last night, oh God, there was about 8 of them, and it was just a big long line, because, you know, one's kind of the lead bird, and they all kind of follow behind. And it was just really beautiful. See, I want to fluff the bow up. This is a flat bow. It's a flat bow, y'all. It's supposed to be flat. You can poof it up a little bit. Alright, so there's our bow so far. We're going to add the last one here. But the birds do sound pretty. As you're driving by, people have a lot of wind chimes and stuff, and it's really pretty to hear. I mean, there's a wind chime in here. Out there they have one too, but you don't hear it as much as the ones like the metal pipe kind of ones. Oh. Alright, so this is going to be the last one. Oh, some little child ain't happy. Alright. So again, I'll make these longer than what I should, and I cut them off because it gives me leeway to, you know, if I have to adjust my bow a little bit. Little child ain't happy next door or somewhere. But anyway, alright, we got those 2. Let's get one more going. Oh, maybe it's a TV. Alright. So I got my last little bow in there. Or will be in there. And this is always good to learn, so you don't rely, you know, on all the tools and stuff. So what I'm going to do is grab this, and I'm going to turn my pipe cleaner around so it's behind now, and then I'm just going to twist it shut. Okay. Make sure all your things are where they're supposed to be before you really go tight. Tails are facing the right way. Your bows are. There we go. Just twist it. And it will make it tighter. I just kind of pinch it right in here and just keep twisting it, okay? So now we can just, I'm going to take this lane down here a little bit and just fluff it out a little bit. And again, this isn't to be poofy bow. This is just to be a bow. Whoops. Going on the pancake wreath. I stab myself with those. That's all that it is. So once I put it on here, we'll go ahead and we'll cut all the little things. So see how that's going to look? Oh, now I hear some more birds. Now because I'm coming right in between these two, I'm probably going to do this so that my tails will be out more, so they're not as squished in underneath there. And the same with the bottom ones. Just because you do the top, you got to make sure the bottom ones are out there too. It's a nice breeze. There's one. Two is stuck. There's two stuck. There we go. Perfect. And see, I don't care about the bow being smushed because again, it's a pancake wreath. So like and share the page, you guys. Go ahead, if you share it, just type the word bless down below. Type the word share. Love to have anybody. Thanks, Cecilia. Now, when I'm pinching these wires, sometimes I will take pliers because I don't want them for anybody to get hurt. So I'll pinch them and make sure they're turned around so they're not up against their door. And I run my finger on it to make sure. So let's fix our tails that are underneath it. All my tails that are underneath it because I squished them all. Where are you? There's a tail. Oh, that's not that tail. There we go. Wrong tail. Find who belongs to who. Make sure we got all our tails going the right way. Get them all out. Uncurl them because remember they lay flat. Now you can leave this laying on top like that, or if you don't want to split them up. I'm just splitting them up so you can see more of the bees. That's just what I want to do. But you can do it however you want. I think I got back around and the bottom is all done. On the top. Get these in. Hey Kim, how are you? This way, this way. String here, cut that baby off. Alright, and we're back to the bow. So we're good to go. So now I gotta dub all my tails on this. So again, I keep mine, I make them the same length as the bow loop. So that way it keeps it even. And you can see the one that's underneath it. Okay, next comes black. That's my black loop. Dun, dun, dun. And see, this is an easy wreath to do. Because it only requires 12 ties on it, it's something that doesn't take very long to do. And you can do, if you're a person that sells wreaths, you can make a bunch of these. And again, it's simple. Whether you're using the same signs to it or the same colors, you know. And that's even with deco mesh ones. If you're doing ruffle wreaths with those, you can make a bunch of them. And just change out the ribbon one way. And that makes a difference too. Some people like this ribbon on top or that ribbon on top. Alright, so I think we got them all. And just fluff your bow out. Or spread it out, I should say. Remember, this is more to be flat. It's not made to be poofy. Cool. Here we go. Voila. What do you guys think? Oop, I get frozen in the iPad. So I think it came out kind of cute. This will be in my Etsy shop. I will go ahead and post it. I'm gonna see if I can find a place here so I can take some pictures, you know, for y'all so that you at least can see it up on the Etsy page. Thank you, Patricia. It's cute. It's like I said, look how flat it is. I'm looking to see all these little things, and this is what I do. I go back and I'll look at it from underneath, and I'll cut any little stringy things that I see, because that's just the way it rolls, and that's how flat it is. So cool. Hi, come on out. All right, so we are done for today, y'all, and thanks for coming to NonnasNuttykrafts, and I will see you next time. Let me get out of here because I'm all blocked in. All right, bye-bye. You can come down.